Alright, so here we are. Let's get right into this. You can read the title of the video. You know what's going on. I'm not sure if you watched any of my videos before. If you have, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, subscribe. I'm gonna let you know now, once I get to 1,000 subs and start to get monetized, first thing I do when I get 1,000 subs, I'm gonna buy another car. I'm not gonna sell this car. I'm gonna buy another car to modify and do a lot of fun things too. But again, let's get right into this. I'm gonna show you what leads me to believe this car was a Diplomats car, and or some interesting more things about this car. Now, if you've watched my videos, you saw the videos. If you've watched my videos, you might have seen the video. I bought a $6,800 car that's worth $11,000. Seems like a pretty good deal. I'm gonna go over the auto auction history real quick before we get into this too far. All right, so here we are. I got the VIN number typed into Google. Let's see what happens. First thing that pops up, you can see this image right here. This is actually my car right there. I don't know why, oh, it's not as blurry. Yep, 100% my car. You can see that white line right there. That white line shows the scratch that was there. Also has this front bracket right here. I still have that front bracket. I have it taken off. When you look at the car, you can see the outline of this bracket that's been there its whole life. Car is clean and straight, and it is in what looks to be a Copart parking or Copart lot. Alright, so I just bought the auto auction history report. Looks to be the same car, same scratched rims. It's hard to find a definite proof that this is my car, like, you know, like show you like a scratch or something. But I mean, that dent right there would show it. There's a dent right there or whatever, somewhere right there. It's on my car. Scratch right there, I'm pretty sure on my car. Same exact interior. Alright, so odometer is about the same. My car has more miles on it now. The dude who I bought it from put about 1,000 or 2 on it. Primary damage, mechanical. Interesting. My other video you saw, I took this car to the shop. Mechanical damage on the car was the fuel tank cap. $30. Okay, so this is the first time I brought the car into the shop. Total for fixing this mechanically damaged car, $542. I needed a valve cover gasket, but the valve cover gasket could have just stayed leaking a little. The only thing majorly wrong with the car was the gas tank cap. So back to the auto auction. Here's what's weird. The seller of the car is Pedal LLC. Let's just look up and see who that actually is. Okay, so Pedal is one of those we buy any car places. So this is actually very, very interesting. It even shows what the car was sold for. This is incredible. Under 90,000 mile Lexus LS430 sold for $4,050. Man, I wish I would have bidded that first and found this on Copart, but you know. Something interesting to think about, if this car was sold by Pedal, it was bought by Pedal. So they didn't ever sign the title in their name, more than likely. They just sold the car. So the people that owned the car before me, the quote-unquote diplomats, or people that lived in Washington, D.C., they sold this car for less than $4,000. So they took a big loss on this car. I could imagine they sold this car for $2,500 would be a fair estimate. That is so freaking low for an 89,000 mile car. I just can't believe it. I mean, even in Copart, this car has no major dents that you can see. The interior has been cleaned up a little bit, looks a little nicer than it was. Everything looks a little nicer than it was. Man, that car was dirty. Everything matches though. So Pedal sold the car. I bought the car from some Indian dude, gypsy robber in the middle of nowhere. Still glad I bought the car. Car was sold, lived in Washington, D.C. So back to the mechanical damage. This is the Carfax report. I've shown it before in another video. I'm gonna cover this up because I have something written right there. 90,000 mile last odometer reading. Okay, so this is owner 3 Washington, D.C. Let's go over this one more time. Normal maintenance in the very beginning. It gets pretty crazy. Transmission replaced, windows checked, oil changed, whatever, timing belt replaced, water pump replaced, power steering flush changed, or whatever. That is a big service done on this car at Lexus of Alexandria. So at a Lexus dealer, this car was before me. So front brakes replaced, whatever, radiator replaced. At this point, so much of the car and this little history has been replaced. Within 10,000 miles, almost every major thing on the car had been replaced. It is insane. So, I mean, as you can see, it is still serviced at a Lexus dealer. Intake manifold gaskets replaced. This car had maintenance done at Lexus up until the end. 90,000 miles right there. But so then I bought the car. But so the car was sold, mechanical damage, and the mechanical damage on the car was a $30 fuel pump or fuel tank cap. That's crazy. All right, thanks Alternate Reality Me for going over that real quick. Now let's show you first thing. This siren right here, horn siren, it's actually a siren. It's an emergency siren. Never could really get it to work that right. If I plug in a resistor to all this jalopy right here, lets out a little squealing sound or whatever, siren, but it's not like loud as you would expect a siren to be. I tried even putting a new button on this emergency button. When I first got the car, there was a broken button right here, and I saw it said emergency button. The first thing I found that led me to believe this is a Diplomats car. Since I've already gone over the auto auction history and the history report of the vehicle, there's more information there that leads me to believe that this car definitely was a Diplomats car. Last thing that would lead me to believe this is a Diplomats car is the out-of-country brackets. You can see the scratches, edges. There's the corner right there. These are the brackets right here. You can see, yeah, you can see, barely see the outline of the plate. The sun and glare right now, yeah, you can see it right there, really good. That's the edge of the plate. This car was registered, as you saw a minute ago, by Alternate Reality Me. This car was registered in District of Columbia for 6.5 years. Now, a lot of things also lead me to believe this car was a Diplomat's car and lived a different life. There's all these dents and scratches. Lots of dents on this car for some reason. All over. The car is also dirty. The car has lots of scratches, dings, curbing on the passenger side as compared to the driver's side, which if it was parked in a city or on the side of the road, it would have a lot more scratches and curbing on the side of the road that the curbs are on. So yeah, you can see this rim hit a big curb at one point in its life. This is unfortunate, but whatever. It's already happened, it's out of my hands. So whoever was the diplomat who owned this car for personal use was more than likely probably higher up, because I did some research and more than likely the FBI is after me. Because I typed things in Google like what kind of diplomats drive Lexuses, what cars do diplomats drive, things like that. And not a lot of diplomats drive nice cars. I mean, obviously there's diplomats with S-classes and things like that, because there's obviously countries with money. But so if you look it up, a lot of diplomats that drive like Toyota Camrys, Ford Fusions. There's some girls over there doing some Instagram pics or something or another interesting. But so not a lot of diplomats drive these cars. Here's another thing, or one last thing. It's hard to tell in the auto auction pictures that this car is indeed my car. I go over in the video that had the plate on the front. You can see that markings where the plate was. That matches up. Then right here in the auto auction pictures, they take a photo that's like this. This isn't the worst damage that could possibly be. You almost would never see it. Passengers always see it. But seatbelt goes like that, you can almost barely see it. That matches up exactly with the auto auction photos. So this car was sold for less than $4,000 and then sold on Copart for $4,050. Crazy. Car that was so nice it was a diplomat's car sold for literally almost nothing. I hope you found this video enjoyable. If you made it all the way to the end, please subscribe. And let's get me to 1,000 subs so I can do some fun shit on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.